So in this last week, I've been experiencing what I suppose is life's sense of humour. Having spoken to you about having the courage to step forward and do what you want to do in the last vlog that I did last week, this week I have been challenged myself in stepping forward into the reality that I want to live in. So what I've decided this week is to really share with you what it's like when you feel those challenges, what we know when they come up. In my field of work, we quite often say you have to have a breakdown to have a breakthrough. And for me, this week has been all about breakdown. And it's not as in a mental breakdown or anything like that, so please, if you know me, don't get on the phone and phone me in a panic thinking that I'm about to do something strange. It's not about that. But I have been having a breakdown in... How can I explain it to you? Okay, so when we change our environment, let me go back a step further actually. As human beings, we have the most sophisticated survival mechanisms built into us to ensure that we physically live and survive, which is why you look around the world and we're on every single piece of earth you can possibly think of virtually, apart from Antarctica, I think. And the reason for that is that our subconscious and our ego and our thoughts and our emotions all work together to ensure that we do things that keep us alive. Now, when we change what we used to, we try and step out of our comfort zone, when we choose to do something that we haven't always done, these systems react by creating thoughts and emotions and situations that try to bring you back to how you've always been, because how you've always been has worked because you're alive. Unfortunately, being alive doesn't mean fulfilled and happy and satisfied and all of those other successful, wonderful, all those other wonderful sensations that we're aiming for. So if we listen to our programming, if we listen to our thoughts and our emotions that are trying to keep us where we are, then we might never actually get where we want to be. And my last week has been all about that. I'm decided, having moved over to the UK, that instead of establishing a physical base here, what I want to do is upload everything onto the internet. So I want to have a business that I can take anywhere in the world with me. Obviously this is a very new platform for me, and one of those challenges is deciding where do I start, what market do I aim for, because I'm sure if any of you are in business, one of the key things is niche. You find a niche and you market yourself for that. And I've had the dilemma, do I go with something I know will work, or do I go with something that is really from my heart? And I know I have to go with the one from my heart. I know that. It's about everything that I do. So there isn't really a decision in it. But when I try and I think about going with stuff from my heart, then all sorts of worry and doubt and all the rest of it comes up. Will people understand what I'm going on about? Do people even want to know what I'm going on about? And so on and so forth. So this week for me has really been about allowing all of that stuff to come up. It's not wrong, and I think the more we make those things wrong, the harder it is to move past them. So I suppose what I'm really trying to say is if anybody else is going through this kind of thing is just to allow it, to breathe deeply when those emotions come up, because in that way you're setting them free and you're letting them go. The minute you try to make them wrong and ignore them, you suppress them and you push them deep inside yourself. And even if you can step past them this time and ignore them, they will keep coming back again. To me, the only way I know to truly let go of them is to acknowledge them and allow them. Especially when you know that they're only coming from your subconscious mind. It can still feel very real, but they aren't real. It's just your survival mechanisms playing out. So that's really what this blog is about today, is just to let you know that even somebody like me who's made a profession out of being conscious and being more aware, we still go through these ups and downs. I suppose the only real difference is that I have some sort of capability to step back and to see that even though it feels very real and it's no less terrifying, or that these are just emotions and thoughts and they aren't actually who I am. Who I am is something so much bigger than that, and as it is for you. And when you look at the challenges and the decisions you have to make, when you really look at them, there is no choice. Like for me, I know I'm going to have to do something from my heart, because I wouldn't be being me if I didn't. And not being me is not a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Not being me is a life of compromise. It's a life of fitting in. It's a life of less. No matter how terrifying being me is, believe you me, it's pretty terrifying at times. That to me is about being truly alive. Anyway, so I thought I'd share that with you, and I hope it helps somebody out there. Loads of love, and have a fabulous week. Bye-bye.